favorite, Little John Skit. Watch.
I remember it as though it were yesterday. Inspector Bush, Constable Smythe, and I were aboard the 720 out of London. The inspector was put on the train in London, instructed by Scotland Yard to find out who murdered Sir Everett Strongheart, the world-renowned British movie producer. I remember looking at my timepiece. It was exactly midnight. That's me. My name's Thursday. I'm a constable. The inspector was rather nervous, as I remember. He had assembled all the murder suspects into one car. The inspector studied the suspects carefully. Lord Bennington. He could have killed Sir Everett, his motive jealousy. Sir Everett was a superior cricket player, you see. There was Sir Everett's nephew. He could have killed his uncle for his inheritance. It could have been Bruce Strongheart, the famous hair designer. Sir Everett once threw him physically off his movie set. Or perhaps the Russian Countess Svetlana. Her political views were opposite those of Sir Everett. Then there was the wealthy American John Rinaldi, who was the only one without an obvious motive to commit the crime. I can still remember the inspector's first words to the suspects.
You're probably wondering why I've called you all here. 1, at my feet lies the body of Sir Everett. 2, he's dead. 3, he was stabbed to death with a knife from the dining car. And lastly, the murderer is in this car. All of you had an obvious motive for stabbing Sir Everett, all but one, that is, the American, which made my deduction more difficult. But nonetheless, one of you shall hang for this hideous crime. And that person is you, the American.
What? Okay, you think you're pretty smart, don't you, Inspector? Sure I did it, but you'll never get me in.
Grab him!
Never! Okay, you've got me, but I'm glad you're here. I couldn't stand those lousy, boring English movies he made. I'm glad, huh? Glad I did it!
Poor chap. But tell me, Inspector, how did you know it was American that committed the crime?
Elementary, Lord Bennington, elementary. Come on now. Back to your car. There's nothing more to see here. Come on, hurry!
Complain about all kinds of sort of embarrassing.